Here we go. All right, awesome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the WifeCoin team reveal and AMA. This is a chance for you all to get to have a chance to meet us, the team behind WifeCoin, the co-founders, the group of 7 that's put it all together. I'm really excited to be here and to introduce everyone to you. We've been working on this a lot of hours, and we've been really excited about how many of you have come out and expressed your interest and basically just joined the fun theme that we've put together, and seeing what we're doing and following along with it. So why don't we just get right into it? We're going to start right into the team reveal, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what our roadmap is and where we're going to go. So let's just go ahead and start that. So the first person, maybe arguably the most important person, Jan, who's our developer. He's our guy that's put everything together. So I will let Jan introduce himself. So Jan, go ahead.
Thanks, Clinton. Yeah, I'm Jan. I'm from Vancouver. I'm a software developer, self-employed since I think 2010. So that's a lot on the track record. I've always been interested in blockchain technologies. I really like the philosophy behind it, the decentralized aspect. So going ahead and developing a coin was just a very logical step, I guess. And it's been a great challenge, and it's super cool that there's so much positive feedback. That's what I really enjoy about it, about the community. Yeah, apart from that, I'm really enjoy board games because I don't know, figuring out systems is something that appeals to me, which also can be applied to, well, tokenomics if you want. And yeah, and later in the AMA, I am very happy to answer all technical questions. Thanks for the introduction, and I will hand it over to Clint.
Okay, thanks, Jan. So my name's Clinton Dixon. Hang on, let's just replace my spotlight here. My name's Clinton Dixon. I am the digital marketing guy. I've been building websites for 25 years. If you're keeping track, that's actually longer than Google's been alive, existed. I've been doing teaching web design for 12 years, and I've been doing digital marketing with my own company for 9 years now. So have a lot of success. Also teach a lot of digital marketing courses, and it's basically I'm a really competitive guy, which is one of the things that really drew me to digital marketing, because it's always a game. It's essentially a game. You're fighting for first spot, and it really gets me to the point where I love being first. So that's what I do with SEO or digital marketing, anything like that. Also, so that is, yeah. Actually, I met Jan playing board games as well, and same ideas. It's putting everything together into a system that makes it work is what excites me. And I've been in crypto for quite a while now, and that pretty much drew me together and want to be part of this team. So, JP, why don't you talk about yourself now?
Not much to say. Name's JP. Pretty much been in crypto since 2017. Watched everything from big boom to the big drop, held throughout. Glad I did. Crypto's always been my thing. All my friends making fun of me, playing around with my little crypto, and guess what? Now they're all the ones that are calling me and asking for help. About myself, I'm self-employed, floor installer, have a flooring business. Not much else to say. Just love crypto, and I thought we get a team together, and with the team, everybody puts their knowledge together, and just kind of enjoying the ride right now. Well, not today, but you know. I don't know what else to
Thanks, Jan. All right, so the next person on our list is Yaboda. Go ahead, Yaboda.
How are you guys doing? My name is Yaboda Israel. I'm 30 years old. One thing about myself I could say is I'm very competitive. I played baseball, high school, college, did that. Right now I'm a self-employed. I do health insurance. I help run a company for health insurance, do their reports and, some sales as well. Also manage my own firm, James the Agency. And I started crypto actually last year. I had a friend of mine who had Bitcoin since, well, he did not buy Bitcoin when his friend referred him to Bitcoin. He said, oh, no, it was $100 at that point. Now, he's a banker. He's one of my top brothers and also someone that I can call a huge influence in my life. He's helped me a lot with my finances. And he gave me that opportunity. He just said, hey, what are you doing in terms of investment? Because I have a family now. And I said, well, I'm just saving money. And he said, you should invest into silver. This is last year when silver was, $17. And he said, silver is very undervalued. So I aped it on silver. And then he said, let's talk about Bitcoin. Or let's talk about crypto. I'm like, the hell is that? So long story short, I've been investing since last year, July. So not even a full year. And here I am helping, create something. So I've always been more of a visionary, never seen myself just being stable. So just figuring things out or, being around the right people, because that's what my dad always told me, be around the right people. They will help you get places and then you'll be able to push them as well. So the way this whole team came about is all of us doing little things to make the idea possible. So very grateful to be in this opportunity and help people realize their financial freedom. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Thanks, Yaboda. Darren, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, my name is Darren. I'm from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Clinton is actually my brother. JP is one of my best friends, has been for almost going on 25 years now. And JP is actually the only one right now in this world that knows the gender of my child that's about to be born. We're going to do a gender reveal in a couple of weeks. I hope he's kept it a secret. So myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I have been my entire life. My father taught me from a very young age. The first business that I remember running was a button business, and my father bought my brother and I a button machine. He said it cost $500. He had enough buttons that we could sell them each for $1, and there was 500 of them, and we could get our money back. And the idea was to pay him back. Since then, my father has always taught me to just seek something greater and just find something better. And I don't know, I'm stumped for words here. But my father was my greatest role model. He taught me in business to have morals and to just serve the people that you're serving. And sorry, just lost for words. Yeah, so I've been self-employed since a very young age. I run 2 successful businesses right now. I'm married to a beautiful girl from Poland who I met a couple of years ago, and we're gonna have a child in October. I'm very excited to be here on this team. Yeah, I'm gonna pass that off there.
Thanks, Darren. Yeah, I don't know if we ever made our money back on that button machine, but we sure had fun doing it.
I think we paid Dad back. Whether we made much, I don't know. But yeah, it was a great start of business, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally.
That's rad.
All right, Tom, our word wizard. It's off to you.
All right, word wizard on paper. Not much for public speaking, but my name's Tom. I live in Western North Carolina in the US, up in the mountains. Let's see, background. I have a degree in Homeland Security and Emergency Management with a minor in political science. Doesn't really translate to crypto so much, but there was a ton of writing involved, which does translate to my position with the team. Let's see. As far as getting into crypto, I think I got in the way a lot of people got in, on Robinhood, checking out the options they had there, which, you don't own. Anyways, so, I had Doge there. And then I think about 5 or 6 months ago, I found myself looking further into decentralized, cryptocurrencies. So, I did a lot of research, found my way in there. And actually, that is where I found the team. For the most part, I was an admin for a different token. Actually, turned out to be a slow rug. That was not fun, but I believe that's where I met JP. And from there, he introduced me to his friends, Clinton and Yaboda and Darren. And we kind of just, I don't know, we flow really well.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tom. And we have one team member not here today. Actually, I better make Yaboda the host again. But Brett has sent us a video.
Nice video. Let's see it, Brent.
So I think I need to stop my sharing so you can show yours. Okay.
What's up, WifeCoin community? Sorry I couldn't be at the live AMA and the team meet and greet today because here in Sydney, Australia, it's 1 p.m. So I'm still at my day job and I have to go do training right now. My name's Brett Rollo, otherwise known as Mr. Ball and Chain in the Telegram or on Twitter. My role in the team is that I shill heavily. I like to hover through our Telegram and help out everyone who needs help and keep the peace and destroy the FUD and all that good stuff. And while the rest of our team is sleeping, I'm awake, and there's a little bit of crossover, and while I'm asleep, they're awake. So I'm on the other side of the planet from them, other side of the globe, I should say. So there's always someone from the team online. I'm a teacher, so that's why I'm at work right now. I got kids to teach and things to learn. Probably helpful for me with all my social skills and the ability to be unbiased in situations and break down conversations and not let things get too heated, because that's literally my job every day. My vision for WifeCoin is that with this team and our ability to overcome adversity and push forward and do what is best for the community, that is always our goal, is for the community to succeed and everyone to benefit from the work that we do. I believe this coin can go super far, 100%. We're only as strong as our community, of course, but you guys have already shown that you're awesome, and we've shown that we're willing to go the extra mile for you guys. So let's all hold and let's be the thing going green in this little crash. Thanks, guys, and I'll see everyone on Telegram. And if you have other questions, feel free to ask me there.
Awesome.
I'd just like to add to that. There is a lot of rumors going around the internet that Brett likes to fight kangaroos, and he's still undefeated. He's fought up to 3 at a time, and he's still not lost. And I think he's getting bored right now, so we might up it to 4. Those are just rumors, but I'm just throwing that out there for everybody just to kind of pay attention. This is a strong dude. Just saying.
Unconfirmed rumors, yes.
Unconfirmed. Allegedly 3 kangaroos 1 time, undefeated.
And side
Awesome.
note, I appreciate Clint for spelling my name wrong, but it's all good.
Oh no!
It's all
I just
good.
realized it now.
It's all good.
Hey, at least he got mine right. We'd have some real problems then.
We have some real problems, I know. Well, you're the only Yaboda I've ever met. So
Yeah,
I'll second that.
yeah.
James is much easier.
Yeah, James is much easier.
We just make up names for everybody. Call everybody what you want. Call me Donut. Call me Dr. Donut. Whatever you guys want. That's fine.
I like the judge. It has a good ring to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty clean.
It's pretty clean. Like this shirt I have on,
Yeah.
Not bad.
It
Unless
is fresh.
no one can see it because Darren is pinned. But
Well, I've unpinned him, but Yeah, but until you get to your snacking. Yabota has a snacking issue. At 12 o'clock, he likes to open his chips and start eating them.
Chippies.
Chippies. Mr.
Chippies.
Chippy. All right. So even though we have, a rather large group of 7, there's no way we can do everything ourselves. And we have to give props to our advisors and our mods that are also part of the team. And actually, I should be adding Eric to this. Eric has been helping us out a lot in the background. The team hasn't had a chance to meet Eric a whole lot. He's been working with me. But other guys I want to mention, Josh Earp, he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for something like 7 years in the digital marketing realm, and he's a smart guy, and he knows more people than anyone I've ever met. That guy, I think, knows everyone in Hollywood some way or another. The guy's crazy, and he's been sort of our feet on the ground, getting influencers, finding celebrities, everything. And we have some really, really cool things, really, really cool people coming up that we're still working on closing. One of the biggest issues we've had is that we actually have too many options in terms of influencers and celebrities we can choose from. Now we're just having to figure out what we're going to do first, who we're going to go with first, and then kind of move everyone in. But Josh has been a real big help getting that together. Sarah has been amazing as well. She came, joined us right at the beginning. She's been, as many of you know, in Telegram, she's been a mod. Same with Alexandra. They've both been fantastic. ET is another friend of mine, another digital marketing friend. And that's something I want to mention is that a lot of the people I know, because of my network into the digital marketing, we have an unfair advantage in WifeCoin that most of the other coins do not have. So ET, Josh, Eric, and those are just a few of the people. We brought on a lot more digital marketing friends, and they're all interested and keen to help out in basically promoting WifeCoin. They all love the idea and they all want to promote. It's basically having a massive digital marketing team that I can't think of a single coin, even some of the altcoins, that has the team that we have together. And we're just getting started, which is amazing. Kirk has helped us out a lot too. He's spent some time over with Safe BTC. And so I got to give him some props. Guys, I don't think I missed anyone, right? We've had a lot of people help out, but if you guys think I missed anyone, then please let me know. But I think that's pretty much the co-founders, the advisors, and the mods. And I'm sure as we grow, we'll be adding more, and we'll keep going from there. So for now, let's move on to a roadmap. I want to talk a little bit about what we're doing with WifeCoin. We have a lot of plans and a lot of ideas, but the ones we're working on putting together right now, obviously we've already launched. We launched originally about a week and a half ago. And with the news is, if you go to our website, you'll see the news that we actually had to migrate our token over to a new contract. I won't go too detailed into it because that article really explains it. But I think what it really does is it shows the commitment we have as a team to ensure that the quality we're putting together for the crypto community is the best product we can do. And we knew we made a mistake with the first one, and we fixed it. We migrated everyone over, and we relaunched. And we feel really confident that we've got it right this time, which is amazing. That we're just going to keep growing from here. We can build off of what we started with a proper contract, and we're going from there. We are now in the stage of putting all of the influencers together. We've started a little bit of marketing, had a little bit of early success. If you look at our chart, we've had some early success. Unfortunately, I think some of that red in the market today has pulled us down. And of course, people are like any early coin. There's people taking profits and paper hands, and we're pretty sure they're going to FOMO back in as we continue to grow. But yeah, the influence, we're finalizing details with some, household name kind of details. So We're just in the finalizing stage, so I don't want to talk about it, but I think you'll see in the next couple of days something happening with that. Wife swap. One of the questions we get is this a swinger site? No, nope. Wife swap is not a swinger site. Think of it like Pancake Swap, but with WifeCoin in our own image, with our own ideas put into it. So that's what Wife Swap will be. It'll be a way for you to stake, farm, do pools, lotteries. We're just going to keep adding to it. We want to make it one of the best staking platforms around, and it gives you as WifeCoin holders a opportunity to do something more with your token. We basically started as a meme coin, but we're adding utility to this. We see a suite of tools that we can, whereas Dogecoin is really just a fun theme, we're actually adding to our fun theme. So we're working on merchandise. We've already started receiving some mock-ups. If you were on at the beginning to see the little slideshow, you might have seen some of the mock-ups we've received. I have a couple more. You'll see some of them on the next page here. They look amazing. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a whole bunch of mock-ups together. We'll get the community involved and talk about, they can provide some input on things that they like, and we'll base the merchandise, at least the first round of merchandise, on what people like and see. And I mean, the first one I saw was the smartphone cover, and my cover is pretty boring. I've never really gone for the cool artistic ones, but guaranteed when we get those together, I will be probably the first one to order one because they look amazing. One of the other items we want to put together, one of the other tools, is Wife Tracker. Again, you're not actually tracking your wife. Think of PooCoin's charts, but WifeCoin, Wife Tracker. We're going to call it Wife Tracker. It'll be our own version of the charts. We feel that the existing options, they're pretty good, but they could be better. There's little things that are missing. In particular, things like alerts. We'd like to be able to put alerts in when price goes high or low, that you can get alerts for, and there's just a whole bunch of things that we can add to it. The development for Wife Swap, we've started the initial stages of it. We've got Jan working on it. We've got a brilliant young kid working on it. I actually didn't add him to our mods list. I didn't really want to put his name out there because he's a young kid, but he's one of those prodigies that when he writes a test, they usually think he cheated because he did so well, and they make him write it again, and then he just does as well. So he's really keen to help out, and he's going to be part of building Wife Swap.
We'll see more of him very soon, I'm sure.
I'm sure we will. Absolutely.
Brilliant young mind, far ahead of all of us at his age, especially in this technological age that we're at the tail end of it. He's just at the start of it. So I think we'll see more of him to come for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Wife Tracker, we haven't started the development of that yet. Once we're done, or at least we're getting close to done Wife Swap, then we'll start working into that. Other things, I mean, it's hard to want to talk. I want to talk about it, but I mean, there's so many ideas we have in mind. Who knows? Maybe we get into something like matchmaking that fits well with the wife theme, or wedding and bridal. Some very large industries. Working buy WifeCoin now to save up for the wedding of your dreams. So those are kind of ideas that we're floating around. Those are way off in the future, of course, but I think it just gives you an idea that we're not just stopping at just the suite of tools. We want to think big, and we're thinking big, and that's where we want to go. As you can see here, some of our merchandise mock-ups that we have. Now, if you look at these images, you'd think that these are already done, but we have an amazing graphic artist that has been working on putting a lot of these together. That's the smartphone cover that I mentioned. I think they just look amazing. They're brilliant. I'd probably wear, I don't have any pink shirts, but I'd probably wear one if I got that. So
Yeah, shout out to Adam Rose. Shout out to
Yeah.
Adam Rose.
Thank you, Adam.
yeah, Adam, awesome job. Awesome job. So from there, what I think we're going to do is we have some of the common questions that we've already been given prepared. You know what? I've got a question that I think we should bring up. I don't know if we should start with this, but we're going to. But we've gotten the questions like, do you feel that, it's a fun theme, but do you feel that it's sexist in nature? Darren, do you feel comfortable taking this one on? You just muted yourself.
I thought I unmuted myself. Yeah, I can take this one on. I think that it can be misconstrued as sexist if you want to look at it that way. The way that this kind of came to fruit is that the majority of us in here are in pretty solid relationships. We all love our wives. We also love our cryptos. And it was a joke at one point that we spent more time with our cryptos than with our actual wives. And so we said, well, why not create a WifeCoin? And then if we create a WifeCoin, then we'll spend more time with our wives, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, my wife has a pretty good sense of humor. I think she took it fairly well. And so it kind of came to fruit from there. And from there, we came to all sorts of things. As you can see on our website, there's a lot of sayings on there that are funny. Things like, treat your wife right and your wife coin right, and your wife coin will treat you right. Hold your wife coin, things like that. It just really came to a lot of really fun sayings that really played well both into the crypto side and into the marriage side. And yeah, we loved the idea of it when we got it, and we ran with it, and we hope that everybody else feels the same way. This is exactly the opposite of a negative, derogatory, misogynist way towards women. It's about holding your wife. Treat your wife right, she'll treat you right. And yeah, I think that's pretty much sums it up. Anybody else want to add anything to this?
That's well said. I think everyone agrees.
That's it. That's it. Okay, well, there you have it. That's WifeCoin in its origin.
Well, you actually answered two questions. The origin question as well. JP,
I was just going to say, we're not making fun of it. We're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we take on the question of NFTs? Because it seems like every single coin that's released now in their roadmap has talking about NFTs. Yoboda, you feel comfortable taking that one?
The thing about NFTs is that I personally still don't even understand how they work. So that never really came across what we inspire with this particular coin. Who knows, maybe in the future, something might, fall in the lines of the NFT crave that we're in, but you never know. I think with WifeCoin, what we're establishing here, or what we put out, is the idea of you can take something fun, but also have real crypto implications, like having a tracker, or I know we're going to touch on it later, but you can show the value of your coins, or basic things, but you can make money with it. Not everything needs to have an NFT attached to it. I really feel like that market, it could go the same as DeFi did back in 2020, but you never know. But in terms of the NFT, we haven't really discussed how that could benefit us. We'll be open to it if someone comes up with a strategy that falls into the realm of what WifeCoin is. or what it will become as more influencers come on board. But as of right now, I'm not sure if we will be touching the NFT space.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty good. The one thing we don't want to do with NFTs is get the wrong impression, is people start thinking we're going to get into, scantily clad or MILF kind of stuff. That's not the stuff we want to get into, right? That's not what we want to be associated with. So
Correct. It can definitely be spin off in any way, shape, or form. I mean, shoot, if you come up with a coin called WifeCoin, 9 times out of 10, you're going to run into 4 or 5 people that's going to buy the wrong contract. So imagine having the wrong misconception or having a misconception about what we do if you're not hearing it from us. So yeah, you can hear it from me and you can hear it from the team here at WifeCoin. I don't see NFT being a part of our future.
yeah, okay, well said. JP, I've got one for you here. So with the market going the way it is, a little bit of a downturn, how do you view WifeCoin in compared to a lot of the mainstream or the altcoins? How do they compare to that?
Personally, I feel it could break the trend. Seems like everything is tied to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes down, alts follow because everything is paired against Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, you could break the trend. It could be, how do you say it, unlinked to it. But then again, Bitcoin is linked to BNB, which everyone's trading with WifeCoin. So it's that game too, because when BNB is down, you could sell, get more BNB. When it goes up, you end up putting less BNB to get that more coins. But I mean, we could definitely, if you get a holding team, if the holders hold, you could break that trend and kind of go against it and win both ways, actually. I mean, if the price goes up, WifeCoin and BNB is down, when you do sell, you'll get more BNB. You hold that BNB, you wait for the market to come back up. You've doubled in both ways.
JP, do you think that with the downturn in the mainstream, that mainstream investors will start seeking other places to find their gains? And do you think the sort of the underground crypto world, kind of where we live right now, is the place?
It's tough to say. I mean, you got the big time investors that they'll only touch Bitcoin, right? I feel like as more people adopt crypto, considering there's only a small percentage of people in crypto right now. I mean, when I was in crypto started, people didn't even know what the hell it was. I mean, they still don't know what it is. I got all my family calling me like, what is this? And I set my dad with a Binance account and he's like, oh, it's my Bitcoin account. I was like, no, it's not. It's just an exchange that holds many different coins. So I feel like once it gets more mass adopted, you'll find it'll be the big wigs holding the Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the newcomers are going to want to venture out, I feel. I mean, let's be honest, these types of coins, you're going to get the most gain the quickest, but you could also lose the most the quickest. So it's more of the cat and mouse game, I think. But it's breaking that trend, really. I mean, everything's tied to Bitcoin, and it sucks because once Bitcoin goes down, the whole market goes down. So we need to separate from that, I think. And that will take time and more people being part of crypto. That's just my opinion. I mean, already when I was talking about it last year, nobody knew. Now I got most of my friends into it, and they're telling their friends, and you see it on the news. And it's right now it's just too easily manipulated by, well, Elon for one. Just people got to stop following the masses and think for themselves. That's pretty much what I got to say. You see if somebody's selling, you go sell, well, guess what? You're gonna create that downtrend, and it's what's those dominoes, right? Just keeps going. You got to be hold strong, buy it back, dollar cost average, and you'll see those guys who sold get back in and pay twice, 3 times more. It's kind of fun to watch, actually, but I just don't feed into that stuff. I've been in crypto long enough that you don't follow the trend, and you know, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's just too many followers, not enough thinkers, I guess.
One thing I've seen is that a lot of the people we've reached out to, that the people that have joined us earlier, the people that have even some of our pre-sale people, a lot of them have been only trading things like Bitcoin or Dodge or anything else, Ethereum, and they've never gone into this. I always call it the underworld, because it's kind of what Pancake Swap is, right? Most people don't know about it. It's not, as you know, most of you know, it's not easy to get into. It's a very convoluted process to get WifeCoin or a lot of these Binance Smart Chain tokens. But I've seen a lot of people express a lot of interest. So I think, from my opinion, is you will see people looking for other opportunities, and they're going to be reaching out. And now with, you know, tokens like Safe Moon and Safe Mars, and, you know, the ones that have really grown really quickly and have made a name for themselves, even Akita and Dodgelon, you know, they can grow really quickly. But as the big thing is that I think people will look to see other opportunities that are out there. Tom, I got one for you, because you've been kind of working this angle. And one of the biggest questions we always get is, when are we on an exchange? Where are we? And have we applied for any exchanges? You've been kind of taking point on that one. Can you just talk a little bit about that one?
Let's see. Exchanges are expensive, so it does have to come after a good amount of growth. As far as applying for the trackers, like say CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, stuff like that, you also need a good minimum volume and holders as well. From the times that I've done applications to them, they did say that it was up to team discretion. There wasn't necessarily a minimum set standard that they, you check all the boxes and then boom, you're on. They do look into your coin. They do look into your token to see whether or not listing you would benefit them. Are they going to get the traffic from people looking into it that they need for their app or their platform or whatnot to be successful? Yeah, and from what I've seen, at least, exchanges really aren't the end all be all of growth. Now, the big ones are like, people getting on, or excuse me, tokens getting on Binance and Coinbase and stuff like that. Like, that's a big deal, obviously, because their reach is way bigger than smaller ones. So I mean, that usually brings a lot of growth. They got to buy up liquidity and whatnot. But I've also noticed a lot of trends. A token will say, we're going to be listed here. And then what do you see? You see a bunch of sells. You see the whales. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to sell. And then like it was mentioned before, followers, not thinkers. People see that and they sell. And then it's a constant downtrend. And you know what? When you see that spike, that's your whales buying back in. And now they've got 3-4 times as many tokens as they had before. So when that spike does happen, they're even better off And who's to say if you got back in at the right time? Did you lose money? Are you going to make money? So I don't put a lot of stock in smaller exchanges being listed on smaller exchanges. But I do see the benefit of getting the tracker listings as well.
So how close are we to, are we getting closer to being able to, I think we did apply for CoinGecko earlier. Is that right?
Yes, we are in the process of that. And then as we see more volume and holders pick up, we'll move towards CoinMarketCap.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of the questions. So somebody asked, what does NFT stand for? JP answered this in the chat for YouTube. NFT stands for, I'll just read it out here, non-fungible token. Essentially, it's photos and art that are on the blockchain, and it has its own contract address that you can trade with others. And it is crazy how much some of these NFTs have sold their art for. It's crazy. Does it have its own contract? No, it doesn't have its own contract. I don't think it has its own contract, does it? No, it's just part of JP.
I believe so they would mint so many of them. Now I'm not 100% on these, but I just never really got into NFTs myself. But I believe it's per photo, depending on how much they mint, is essentially like that one photo is the contract. It's just like WifeCoin, start with 1 trillion, 100 trillion, 1,000 trillion, whatever. That's how they're minted, and they're sent out to wallet addresses. So you'll actually hold them in your own wallet, and they're yours.
So essentially, if they mint
like
50 of them,
it's like
essentially if they mint 50 of them, then there's only 50 out there. So as it becomes more rare, if you decide to only mint 10 of them and it's a very popular NFT, then obviously the value is much higher than if you mint, say, 1 trillion of them, right? Yeah. So that's where the value comes in there.
And it's essentially, I guess you think about it, it's like it's one coin, and you could set your price, right? Obviously, like Darren said, the less you have, the more popular the artist will be better. I kind of got into NFT once because guy on our WAD's like, yeah, check this out. Stupidly bought one, and I'm still holding. I still don't know what I have or where it went. I spent a lot of money on it, but I mean, I had a lot of Ethereum, so I said, what the hell, let's try this out and let's do it. But yeah, I'm just not it's art for the future, I guess, is what I'm getting to.
I think one of the easiest ways to think about it now, the person asked this is actually my wife, and she is a professional artist. The easiest way to think about this is limited prints. So when an artist creates a limited print run, that's the same idea. So you'd have 1 of 50 or 2 of 50 or whatever, same idea. And then art is collectible, it has value, you can trade it. So it's kind of that same idea, although NFTs are crazy in terms of the value they can gain pretty quickly.
Oh, there's some, yeah. I've seen on I can't remember what this one website, and some were buying them and literally selling them hours later for 4 or 5x what they bought it for. Even crypto.com got into it. They had, I think the first one was Snoop Dogg. Some of them for going 100 grand or $1 million. Like, it's nuts. I just don't get it myself.
And maybe that's part of the reason why we haven't really discussed it with WifeCoin as well.
Well, I still don't know where my NFT is, if it's still on the site or what. I lost interest real quick, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I mean, if you're into art, I see the benefit. It's just not my thing.
And let me add to that. So
yeah,
it's almost like like you were saying earlier, right? Our pre-sellers, they came from the concept of, well, I'm just going to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. I always tell everyone, including my wife, look, even if we come into this market, the main goal is to hedge Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Before it goes to whatever number is going to go to in the future, right? This is the first time you're seeing so many institutional money being invested into crypto. I'm going someplace with this. So when it comes to NFTs, just because people you invest in or the project that you invest in don't go that route, it doesn't mean it can't benefit you. We just don't know what the hell it is or how it really works. So we figure we could put our time and energy into something that we know can work. So I just wanted to throw that out there because a lot of people would say, well, why don't you do NFT? My response, I'm a very blunt guy, because I don't know what the hell it is.
I'll be blunt with this one. Why people are doing NFTs, it gives their coin what someone would say a use case, and it's easy to mint them. You find a photo, you put a contract or whatnot on it, and you charge a shit ton of money. You mint so many, it is a money maker if you're the creator.
Well, and I think that I think that there is a use for it. I mean, I think everybody on this team grew up somewhat trading sports cards, whether it was baseball or hockey or football or basketball.
Magic the Gathering.
And that, yeah. And I think that's where the NFT game is going. I do see a value in it. The only reason that I see values in things like this is because whenever there's something out there that you don't understand, that you think is maybe crazy, maybe out there, maybe seems a little off to you, those are sometimes the things that take off. If you want to look at something like, look at the internet when it first came out, everybody thought it was crazy. And then if you had invested in the internet when it first came out, you would have been ridiculously rich. Bitcoin, the same thing. When it came out, everybody said it was stupid. It wasn't going to work. There was no case for it. It took off. So I think NFTs could go the same way, but like the rest of us on this team, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's not something that we want to bring into our space just because of our knowledge. But there's, as I said in the AMA yesterday, there's never anything that's off the table. So if we see an opportunity somewhere down the future, then we'll definitely take a look at that. But as of right now, we have to put our focus elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we got another question here. How can we how can the coin really go up? Any future events or contracts? So at this point, we've just launched, and I don't know if we've hit 1,000 holders yet or 1,000 wallets. We're really close, which is fantastic. 959, getting close, getting really close. Now, that's not a lot of people, right? And part of the reason for that is we haven't really, we've started a small marketing campaign so far, but now we're getting the influencers in. And once more people hear about WifeCoin and they understand what we're trying to accomplish, and now that, one of the biggest hurdles in cryptocurrency is that people know who the team is. And that's part of what we're doing here. This team reveal is to help instill confidence and trust in who we are, what we're trying to accomplish. We're not just an anonymous group anymore. This is who we are. You can look us up. I'm really easy to find. There's not too many Clinton Dixons out there, but that's one step. It's all in steps, right? Like I mentioned, we have some influencers that we're finalizing, and as the name gets out there more, that's when the coin starts going up. So whether Bitcoin's going down, as long as we are continuing to prove that we're here for the long term, we're making efforts, we're basically progressing. That's what's going to pump this token up. And if you've ever looked at a typical curve, you always get a spike at the beginning. Like pretty much every single one of these new tokens, you get a spike at the beginning, a payoff because you get a number of people that just want to get some profits out. Can't blame them, but they just want to get some profits out. They're not certain whether this is going to go anywhere. Most of us have been rug pulled. For those that don't know what the term rug pull is, basically means when a developer creates a token, promotes it, brings in some cash to it, and then pulls the plug on it and runs away with the liquidity, or they sell off a bunch of theirs and they just take often thousands of dollars and it's dead after that point. I've been rug pulled 6 times in the last about 6 weeks, which isn't fun. And that's something we are working hard to push away so that people understand that this isn't just a scam. It's not a rug pull. It's none of those things. This is legit. We are here to make this token work. We have big plans and we're moving forward. So those are some of the big things that we are working towards to make this coin go.
I just want to add one more thing to that. We've spent a lot of time focusing on bringing new people into this space. So if you have a relative, a friend, somebody that wants to get involved in cryptos and just doesn't know how, we've spent a lot of time trying to make videos on how to. We spent a lot of time bringing in people that have never invested in crypto and educating them. So a lot of these people are our friends, our friends, and we're invested in making sure that we don't let those people down. So on the same hand, if you have somebody that wants to get involved in this and just doesn't know how, and you maybe don't have the time to walk them through this, get them in our Telegram channel, get them talking to one of our teams. If they need further help, we'll do whatever we can. We have in the past. If you look through our chat and you've been following it, you'll see that we've shown everybody anything that they need to know, and we're here to help. So whether we help them in this, I mean, I'd hate to say that we're going to help them learn how to sell, but that's part of cryptos too. So if they want to learn how to sell, we'll teach them how to sell it. But we hope that by doing this, we'll instill some trust in people, and that they'll be long-term holders. So we really do believe in this space, and we believe in helping people, and that's our goal here. So
yeah, let me add something to that. So earlier, a little bit ago, Clinton mentioned about being rug pulled 6 times. So once the idea came to launch WifeCoin, I took it, I want to say, upon myself to really get an idea of why all these new projects was failing so quick. So one thing that we all decided on doing is that, you know what, let's just join some pre-sales. Let's get into, some new coins. Let's see what they're doing and figure out what they're doing wrong. 1 week, I made like 4 or 5 good calls. Let's plug my computer up. I made 4 or 5 good calls. We all made money. It was like, hell yeah. The next week, we got rug pulled like 3-4 times. Now, what I told myself is that what could we learn from this? So we used that as an opportunity to fine tune our contract, and we had our pitfalls at the beginning, but we was able to overcome that. So one thing I do like about this team is that we are very innovative, and we also want to make sure that we want to put a product out there that came through a lot of tests. Jan, our developer, when that situation happened, he was in camp wherever he was at, so he was able to come back, figure out what the problem was. And then when we launched our new contract, we made sure that problem didn't happen. So we're very hands-on, and we're very approachable, and we're very transparent. So if y'all have any questions about, why y'all do this, how come y'all didn't, let it be available to the community? Well, there was a reason for it, based on the things that we learned from other projects that pulled and other projects that failed. Yeah, yes,
No, I was just gonna say that's actually how the team got together. Is we all got rug pulled on the same coin. Got into this, made our own little chat, tried to revive it, and we got it going again. And then the dev just went MIA. Not Jan. This is another coin. And we were just tired of it. So we decided, let's do it. Let's be transparent. Let's give some confidence. I mean, every move we do, we tell you, like, we're not hiding. We're not, I mean, when we had that issue at the first contract, it was like, this is what's going on. We're not bullshitting you. We're not trying to screw you around. If anything does get screwed around, it's probably a mistake we've done or something we've overlooked. It's not anything we've done intentionally. That's pretty much all I could say. You know, there's a lot of unknowns, but yeah, I don't know. Another thing too is, if you're gonna sell, everyone's got to sell. Be smart about it. You know, sell a small amount here and there, a little bit of pump. You do that big sell, you're only hurting your own coin. You're going to create that panic, and the coins you do have left will be worth less. If you know, be smart about it. Everybody could win, and you know, and still get that fear out of oh shit, that this coin's going down. And you know, everybody's always asked, where's the marketing, where's this? Let's put it this way: if it's your own coin, you own some, go out yourself and help your coin grow. You can't just rely on us to do it all. We need the help from the community. We're definitely taking suggestions from everybody, but it's, you know, it's teamwork. You know, you got to go out there and help make your investment grow. And also, fudding on your own investment is probably the worst thing you could ever do, because you're just hurting yourself. It's like if I said on my own business and say I do shitty work, well, that doesn't help me get more clients, right? So just be smart, and we'll get far.
So one of the things that I just thought about is one of the questions that a lot of people have, or a lot of concerns a lot of people have, is when they buy a token, they feel that the only way that token goes up is by other people buying in. And then when other people leave, they take the profits and go. Well, the way we're building this token goes against that. So one of the things I should mention is that 4 of us have our own businesses. We're successful entrepreneurs. We've had successful businesses for 10 years. We know how to build businesses. And that experience and knowledge is what we're bringing to WifeCoin. So we're coming back to my point here is the growth and the value of WifeCoin isn't going to be just from people buying it. So when we bring out the merchandise, the profits of the merchandise will go back in to the WifeCoin. So we'll do buybacks. So we'll basically buy tokens with it. So we'll take the money, buy tokens, and then we'll take those tokens and we'll burn them, which essentially just locks in the value of the buyback. So taking those profits and putting it back in, just it's kind of like a dividend, right? Except we're putting it into the value, we're infusing the value back into WifeCoin. And that's really one of the few things that I can't think of too many other tokens that do it that way. We're running it like a business, not just a pump and dump, which is not what we want.
I'd like to add to kind of what both of you had said. Yeah, I mean, on our end, we're going to do everything that we can for marketing, but this really comes down to a community. If you look at the coins that have been most successful, it's the community that has made them successful. I kind of think of it like this. I can go out there and I can market all I want. But at the end of the day, if my customers are telling their friends and family that I did a really horrible job, that I'm not gonna be successful. So if you look at it like this, if like word of mouth advertising is invaluable. So if you're going to get out there and tell your friends, tell your family, go and tell everybody that you know that you found something that's amazing, that's where this is going to really grow. In my business, my easiest sales are those that are word of mouth advertisement, not the guy that found me on Google or the guy that, found me. Well, I see Yellow Pages, but that's kind of outdated now. But not the guys that have found my ads. The guys that have really got, that I've brought in that are easy sales that has made it successful are the word of mouth. So get out there, be a community, and go and bring people to this. This, in a sense, it is everybody's business. So if you want to make your coin successful, which is our coin, then go out there and tell everybody, bring everybody in. We're here to stay, and we're here to help you.
Awesome. Jan, I don't know, I know you're the quiet type. You like to sit behind your computer, but do you have anything you'd like to add? Because I think we're going to wrap up here pretty quick. Any thoughts?
No, I would just add that, of course, I'm sitting a lot behind a computer, and it's been definitely a fun ride with everyone. It's amazing to see how active the community is. And yeah, I can just, I'm +1 behind everything that was said. And yeah, I have nothing more to add. Then thank you for this group, and thank you for everyone out there.
Awesome. Thanks, Jan.
Can I add one more thing before we wrap up here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have a friend who I just recently brought into this world last weekend, and she started a group on Facebook. She's very, very new at it, and she's got my support 100%. She's got this team support 100%, and she's just looking to educate people. So if you have any women out there, because the reality of it is this is a man's space right now, and it doesn't need to be. I have my theories on why it is that way. It's part of the reason that we live a shorter life. It's because we like to take risks. So she's been really reaching out to a lot of women and trying to get them involved. If you have any women in your life that just want to be in a community that is like-minded, reach out to me. You can DM me, Dr. Donut, and I'll put you in touch with her, and hopefully we can get a little bit more female holders in here, because it is the WifeCoin after all.
Awesome. Tom, do you have any last words?
No, not really. All sounds great. I wish I had more to add.
And you had plenty, don't worry.
Yeah,
okay.
you get your writing wizard going.
Yeah.
JP? No? Yabota, you got anything left to add?
I'll say this, man. If y'all have any questions or concerns, just let it be known in the chat. We try to make sure that we have a team that's available 24/7. Y'all utilize the bot. Shout out to Lorena. I know you're watching. You posted a lot of things today.
She's got to figure it out.
Yeah, she got to figure it out. She was clicking that button. So
yeah.
I mean, if I go to, let's see, I have to actually put something in the chat. So this button right here, not sure if y'all can see my screen, but if you click that, it'll show you a drop-down menu of everything that we've had integrated in the bot thus far. And I'm actually working on getting a better interface than this. This is just the beginning. Are you sure my screen? I don't think
yeah, it's really small, but you know what?
Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Can you pin me or something?
Here, let me do this. Hopefully people can see it. That's probably maybe not the best thing to do, but
that's not my screen though.
I know. I'm sharing mine.
Okay, go ahead and click that.
Pin his screen. Pin his screen, Clinton. Right-click pin.
I could walk him through it. Go ahead and click contract. So no, don't do that. Just do / contract. Type that in. Right. I want everyone to see what happens here. Now, click the drop-down menu. I wish I could do it, but click that drop-down menu there. Yep. Now you see that button there with the 4 squares. Click that. Anytime you click the / and you ask a question, this is going to come up next. So we have just the same people asking the same things over and over and over again, and new people asking the same questions. We try to put as much info there as possible. So that way, if you ask what's the contract, just do / contract. If you ask website, you could just type in website or do /website. So the bot will be ever interchangeable. It's not going to stay the same boring menu or do something special or do something nice, something fancy. But we always, just so you know, we will have the information on the app. It's a little different interface on the phone, but it's the same concept. If you have any questions, check the bot first. And if you don't see that question on the bot's menu, then go ahead and ask that question.
Where's the Wen Lambo?
Oh, well, Mr. Novel, Mr. Noble Peace was supposed to change up the wording on that a little bit, but I haven't got it yet. Still waiting, Tom. Calling you out. But yeah, man.
I changed it a little.
We actually had the Wen Coin market cap on there, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Down?
I don't know why. If you scroll down.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There it is. Wen Coin market cap.
Wen Moon.
Boom.
So the bots, is there to answer questions. So you guys utilize the tools and the time that we've put into this. I could tell you a quick story before I go. When we was on the X coin, which I'm not going to mention, it took me at least 5-6 hours. It was like 3-4 o'clock. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" Trying to figure this thing out. Now, we all can get stuff done pretty quick with everything that we've learned from past experiences. So again, this team is innovative. Y'all stick with us. We got a lot of stuff in the works. We have a lot of stuff in the works. I'm going to say that.
People, it's coming.
It's coming. Y'all just be patient. Don't worry about this dip. Buy that dip. That dip don't mean SH, if you know what I mean. But that's all I got, man. Y'all stay strong and hold the line.
Thanks a lot, Yoboda. Awesome. Well, I think that wraps it up for everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting us. We're going to have this recording up. Share it with your friends. Show
with your
people,
family, everybody you know.
Everybody you know. We've got some other how-to videos up on our YouTube channel as well. You might have seen them by now. And if we're missing any, let us know. We'll put them together so that anyone, whether it's your grandma or your computer illiterate best friend, they can join. So thank you very much again, everyone. And we'll see you in Telegram and on the web.